Greetings to my unbelievable, beautiful, sexy V family all over the planet. This is your one and only Chief, dressed in black, because after my last Wednesday message, I've got tons of positive responses that I should wear black. All the ladies say I look sexy in black. All the men are jealous of the fact that I look sexy in black, so I decided to wear black. Now, surprisingly, I don't have many black clothing. So I'm going to start shopping now for more black. So this is dedicated to all the beautiful ladies out there. This is your Chief dressed up in your favorite color. Supposedly I look sexy. I feel sexy in black. So we'll maintain some black in my wardrobe moving forward. I'm right now recording the Wednesday message in my beautiful suite in the Cinnamon Hotel in Colombo, Sri Lanka. And in about 48 hours, I'm going to be on stage speaking to 5,000 warriors of Dato Sri Vijay and Japa at NSS Colombo. Tickets are sold out. If you want to get tickets, go to the black market. They're selling it at, I think, $1,000 right now. Okay, me, Sati and Arun are going to be on stage. So this is almost like a mini VCon in the most amazing country, my mother's land, Sri Lanka. I just got back from Jakarta last night after speaking to 10,000 warriors of AVP Tobing's organization at their 15th anniversary celebration. It was simply unbelievable. And I've been thinking of what to share with you guys on this Wednesday message. And to be honest, Wednesday messages has become part and parcel of your growth, your system today. So let me first assure you that as long as I'm able to sit in front of camera, the Wednesday message will not stop for the next 25 years, inshallah. All right, if God permits. Okay, and I can imagine I grow older and sexier like George Clooney and still recording my Wednesday message. Now, to those of you all who saw the picture of me and this beautiful Sri Lankan stewardess, all right, and I saw some chat on my Facebook where some of the girls were asking, where's the ring? The ring is still here. All right, for now. You never know. It may not be here next Wednesday. All right, so let's all see where the direction of my life goes. Now, this Wednesday, I want to talk about 3 points. Speaking to Tobing's organization, I realized that ultimately our journey in success in network marketing has very much to do with the way we think. All right, and growing up from which country, from which city, which background, which culture, the upbringing of our parents dictates a lot how we think, right, as we grow up. So we are a product of our upbringing. We cannot ignore our childhood. We cannot ignore the fact from where we came from. All right. Now, I come from a very small town called Teluk Intan, right? Very small, somewhere in Malaysia. And growing up in that environment, growing up in that culture, being brought up by the most amazing woman, my mom, God bless her soul, all right, has molded the way I think. Now, there are some aspects of the way I think which are good, and some aspects of the way we think which is bad. Now, when you start your journey in network marketing, it's not so much about just paradigm shifts, but it's also erasing certain paradigms that we were brought up with. So I spoke about 3 things at this event, and I want to share it with you guys. I first started by normality, okay? Because your lives before networking, before QNet, it was very much normal. Okay, there was nothing extraordinary happening. All right, in Indonesia, I said you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you have breakfast, you go to work, all right, you come back home, okay, you eat, you watch TV, then you fall asleep. Okay, now that's the life of almost everyone in their normal journey. In between that, there's a little bit of excitement, like the latest movie coming to the cinema, or you getting a promotion in your job, which doesn't mean anything. But ultimately, we are normal. Now, when you come into network marketing, normal doesn't work. Because normal people give up when they face challenges. Normal people are dictated by their environment and the people around them. That means if you take one of your friends today who are not in your organization, who said no to you, or a relative, or your mother-in-law who's not part of our amazing system, you see what normality is. Now, normal people, I cannot relate to them anymore. All right, they're just a pain in the ass. Okay, they bitch and complain about their lives 24 hours. all right, they give up so easily on their dreams, or they don't have dreams. They hear one negative rumor and it affects them 100%. Now, in order to succeed in network marketing, the first rule is you cannot be normal. You must erase normality from your life, because you want to be 5% of this world. 95% of the world is normal. You want to cross from 95% to 5%. These are people who dictate how this world operates moving forward. These are people who control economies, control society, and control the future of the planet we live in. Now, for you to leap from this 95% normal, go to work, come back home, boring, affected by negativity, morons who give up whenever they face challenges kind of group, to cross over to a group of dreamers, right, who are not affected by negativity, who are not affected by challenges. They actually become more motivated when they face a challenge. You know, sometimes when some of your markets have a challenge, normal people quit, give up, go back home and sing Kumbaya. I get excited because I believe that challenges only make us stronger. Challenges force us to think out of our comfort zone, to adapt, to adjust, accommodate, as Dato Sri Vijay always taught me to do. That, Patman, the journey of network marketing will be so unpredictable that if you don't have the ability to adapt, adjust and accommodate and have constant paradigm shifts, all right, you won't survive in this industry. So I asked myself on stage talking to the Indonesian warriors, what does it mean for you to move from 95% to 5%? Bottom line, you got to be crazy. You understand? All right, you just got to cross that line of sanity. That being sane doesn't allow you to be successful. That every successful person I know, every person who has made an impact on society or life, they are just crazy. They have given up the normal thinking process. They embrace challenges. All right? When they hear some moron tell them it cannot be done, their sole purpose in life is to prove them wrong. That they live on the edge, that sleep is not a necessity, it is a luxury. That their relationships are managed differently. That means they tell their spouses, this is my journey, stick with me or go back home. You understand? They tell their kids that daddy is not a normal daddy, I'm a super daddy. You understand? And if you were Superman's son or daughter, wake up and smell the coffee, your father's just going to jump out the balcony one day and go and save the world. Alright? You can't say, where's daddy? Daddy is making a difference. Okay? And you need to be crazy enough to believe that your dreams can become a reality. You need to be crazy enough to defy the odds and not comply with status quo. All right? And not be affected by the negative morons around you. And craziness is required in network marketing. Now, not crazy, take off your clothes and dance in the middle of the street crazy. Unless you max out in 3 months, then you deserve to do it. But I'm talking about crazy enough to believe that everything is possible. Crazy enough to believe that you started with nothing and you will max out. That max out is your destiny. Crazy enough to believe that the whole world can be against you and you will still succeed and become victorious. Crazy enough to stand firm even when your whole family doesn't support you and fight back to prove them wrong by achieving success in QNet and the V. Crazy enough to believe that everyone and anyone must be part of QNet and our organization. All right, whether they say no, whether they hate network marketing, we still do the presentation. Crazy enough to talk to a stranger and show them the presentation. Crazy enough to get on a plane and fly to a country where you know nobody and start an organization. Crazy enough to lose your whole organization, your checks drop to zero, and you get up again and start with the first presentation and fine-tune and activate in 48 hours all over again. That's the craziness you need to succeed in network marketing. So I know you look at me and think I'm the most amazing networker, all right, some of you at least, okay, but I'm only crazy because I've learned from the best. Dato Sri Vijay and Japa, they were crazy enough to believe that in 1998, they could start a network marketing company that today are one of the most successful network marketing companies in the whole industry of network marketing. All right, so craziness calling me right now. craziness is necessity, right, to succeed in network marketing. The second thing I spoke to the Indonesians about was thinking differently, all right? And we spoke about buying $1,000 shoe. Now I'm talking to 10,000 people in the crowd, all right? Most of them don't even know $1,000 shoe exists. I was wearing $1,000 shoe on stage yesterday, and they all looked at it like they have never seen $1,000 shoe. And I asked them, why would you never buy $1,000 pair of shoe? They said, we don't even know it exists. Because they come from small towns, from small villages. All right? In their villages, a car, all right, is a novelty. You understand? Everyone is on a bicycle or motorbike. Then I realized that many of you are stuck based on the background you grew up like me. I saw Mercedes for the first time in my hometown. I licked it. The guy who was selling me a Mercedes. All right? I looked at it and I wanted to lick the car because I've never seen a Mercedes in my life. All right? But today I fly all around the world and Bugatti Veyrons are common car. And I realized that our ability to have a paradigm shift on lifestyle, on luxury of buying things is very limited because of our environment. So if you hang around, all right, and the most expensive shoe in your town is $50, you will never have that paradigm shift to buy $1,000 shoe. But if you live in London, where $1,000 shoe is considered average price shoe, all right, then you will buy $1,000 shoe. It's not about how much money you have. It's about the ability to break through that glass ceiling that's holding you back from thinking big. So AVP Tobing, I took him to Louis Vuitton, Malaysia. And I showed him $1,000 shoe. And he looked at me like I was crazy. That why would I buy $1,000 shoe? And I said, Tobing, you have to. If you don't buy, I don't care whether you wear the shoe. All right? Or put it in an altar and get your whole family to pray to the shoe. I don't care what you do with the shoe. The question you have to ask yourself, do you have the ability to think big? Do you still have that ability to dream bigger? Or are you stuck in that environment you were brought up in, that village, that town? Or are you stuck because the people around you have poor mentality and not millionaire mentality? That you cannot be a millionaire without millionaire mentality. And millionaire mentality is buying $1,000 shoe, all right? Buying $1 million home, even though you are comfortable in your house right now. So what happens if the leader loses the ability to break through that paradigm? The downlines are all going to buy $10 shoes. Do you understand? Nobody is going to have that paradigm shift. And fundamentally, the most important thing in our industry of network marketing is for you to dream big and dream bigger and dream bigger. I'm in Sri Lanka today. All right? Vasanta wanted to buy the most expensive underwear for men on this planet. All right? And it's called Hermes Pink Elephant or Baby Elephant or Baby Pink Elephant. It is actually a $800 underwear. I have it. I can't show you because this is an, PG rated Wednesday message. All right. Vasanta has it. So would you ever, guys, look at me clearly on this camera. Even if you had $1 million in the bank, you won't buy a $800 underwear, That means you're still stuck here, back from where you grew up, how you were brought up, and the people you surround yourself with. So power of association is the only way to have millionaire mentality. Living in your village and making millions of dollars still doesn't make you successful because you still don't have millionaire mentality. Therefore, you cannot duplicate. That means you cannot sign up a downline in London. All right? You cannot open up the United States of America. You cannot go to Germany. You cannot go to freaking Dubai and sign up a guy who already has $1,000 shoe. The only difference between you and him is you have the money to buy it. He doesn't, but he still bought it. That's millionaire mentality. So the second paradigm that is so required, I spoke to the Indonesians especially, is have this paradigm shift of millionaire mentality. I have Tobing's core leaders. They buy Ferraris and Lamborghinis. They can't even pronounce it. They can't even drive it in their village because the roads are so screwed up. But they still buy it. Because that creates a paradigm shift in you that in turn duplicates in your downlines or organization. So think big, guys. So I want you to buy $1,000 shoe. Ladies, this is the easiest thing for you to do. From Jimmy Choo to Louboutins, all right? There are a lot of $1,000 shoe for ladies. men, all right, Louis, Hermes, there are loads of brands where you can actually have a paradigm shift. And I tell you, when you buy, when Vasanta bought that $800 underwear, he had a biggest paradigm shift literally in his mind when he walked out of the Hermes store. And that paradigm shift is required. So go out there and think bigger, dream bigger. And the third point I shared with the Indonesians on stage was the power of relationships. Ultimately, you have to understand you are only as strong as the relationships you have. All right? And we waste a lot of time on relationships that don't matter on us. Your social relationships don't contribute to your BV, to your financial freedom, to your dreams. You got to stay focused, all right, on what your goal is. What is your dream? Why are you doing this? And maintain those relationships that truly matter to you. The people who have stood by your side, not necessarily only signed up. The people who stood by your side, supported you, all right, through your best and toughest times in network marketing. Those people, those relationships is where you invest time. All right, your downlines, the people who pay the price every single day. And I told the organization that ultimately the key role, all right, of a leader, of a networker, or as me, or Dato Sri Vijay, or Japa, our amazing founders, all right, what is their biggest strength? They know how to invest in relationships. Relationship needs investment of love, time, care, being there for them, not on the sunny days, but on the rainy days, all right, and being there for them for real. And if you manage your relationships, you will be surprised what your downlines, what your leaders, what your uplines, what your family will do for you. They will stand by you when the whole world turns their back on you, purely because you have invested into that relationship. See, relationships is an intangible thing. It's not a measurable asset. It's not money. It's not a car. It's not a watch. It's not an $800 underwear, But it's the most valuable thing you will ever own in this industry. That today I cherish a lot of things in my journey. I've achieved material wealth. I am financially free. But all that is beautiful, but not as beautiful as the relationships I've built. The brotherhoods, the sisterhoods. People who I've known for 18 years who today are closer to me than my own family. And I always tell Dato Sri Vijay and Japa, what I value most from them is not the fact that they're my greatest uplines, but they are my best friends. That they have stood by me through my tough times in the past 18 years. So I need you to remember this, that invest time in the relationships around you. People who stand by you is the hardest thing to find. People who never give up on you, all right, it's like a beautiful, brilliant diamond, all right? People who fight by your side for what we believe in. These are the true warriors. So invest into the relationships. Invest every time you have, all the time you have. All right? Don't waste it on relationships that don't matter. Invest the time into relationships that really matter. All right? And you will max out. You will reach the pinnacle of success in QNet. And you will not go up alone. That you will take all these people who have invested time into your relationship or relationship with you, and you take them together to a whole new level. All right? So these are the three messages. Be crazy, all right, enough. Because if you're not crazy enough, you won't succeed in QNet. Be crazy enough to believe that the impossible is possible. All right? Dream big. And there's no way of crossing the paradigm except for doing it. By buying something you never thought you would buy. Don't allow your upbringing to negatively hold you back. Just because you came from a village doesn't mean you die in a village. All right? You can travel the world and still come back and live in your village if you want to. And third, the power of relationships is the greatest, most valuable asset in the industry of network marketing. All right, guys? So I love you guys so much. And I just want to tell you, all right, that in 2 days we're having a historical event in Sri Lanka. Watch out for it in social media. Go crazy. Send your congratulations. All right, because this very small island called Sri Lanka is still home to me. All right, so to all of you out there, to all the ladies, I love you. To all the guys, I love you, bro.